As the weather gets colder, displaced residents all across western North Carolina are struggling to find places to stay warm. Many people had their homes washed away by Helene and have had to resort to living out of RVs, campers, and tents. We spoke to a community of people with eye-opening stories about the impacts of the storm. As the sun starts to set over Swannanoa,
It gets real cold after dark, though.
flames from this fire are fuming,
I have nowhere else to go.
warming the faces and the hearts of those with stories of survival
I knew it was time to go.
that need to be told.
The first sight that I got to see of my home, I looked over here, and it was a river running all the way through here, all the way across. Past where we're standing.
The day Helene tore through this town,
Total shock.
lives were changed forever.
And I don't know, I think we're all probably still in shock because this is not what my home looked like at all.
It took only seconds for waters to wash away what residents like Dara Cody
Well, it looks pretty bleak, doesn't it?
had spent a lifetime building.
And thought we were going to come back and clean up mud. We had no idea the devastation. We had no idea that any of this had happened.
Believe it or not,
There was no sign of my home at all.
her home
No sign of it at all.
was here.
Right here.
She left to seek shelter and came back to this.
I've lived here my whole life, and it doesn't look like my town at all.
Her entire livelihood had been ripped away by fierce winds and rushing waters, now reduced to rubble.
Oh, it's gone.
RVs, tents, and campers now line the landscape where houses used to sit.
Yeah, it's pretty rough living. It's like going camping, but except you're having to. Like, you're not doing it just for fun.
A community of sorts has formed here.
We all got the same problem, rebuilding our town that we're from. And if you care about being here and you care about being from here and you love this place, like, you got to just do something, you know, about the current state that it's in.
We're still living like this, and this is not a fun way to live.
Her once so familiar town now seems almost foreign.
It's tourists coming through, and then a lot of it's help coming through. But a lot of people are just driving through to take pictures and videos, you know.
But in these times of grief, it's those glimpses of gratitude
A lot of prayers.
that help keep this community going.
The outpouring of love and kindness and generosity, compassion, love for your fellow man, it's been something.
These are real stories, real people.
We matter too.
Western North Carolina is still suffering, still needing assistance.
We matter too, and we're still living in this situation.
So as the sun starts to set over Swannanoa, the temperature's dropping, remember the faces of those with a long road to recovery ahead, still fighting, still hoping for a house to call home once again.
We appreciate every single thing that's come so far. Just hope that it doesn't stop coming all at once, because then what would we do?
So there are a lot of people like Dara out in western North Carolina, and FEMA was actually paying for her to stay in a hotel, but those funds ran out, which means she's back in the RV where her home once was, and it completely washed away.